What's up, everyone? Welcome to Maelstrom Gaming. I'm Maelstrom, and today we have a Diablo game on Sky Temple. Sky Temple, a lot of fun match. It's really pretty snowbally and really high speed, high octane, pretty crazy. Just a lot of stuff going on all the time, a lot of rotating. And we'll be playing Diablo, and level 1. We will be taking... Oh, there we go. Don't know why that was bugging so much. We'll be taking Soul Feast. For each soul, gain an additional 5 health and 0.1 health per regeneration per second. So much health if you actually end up taking Endless Death. Is that it? Endless Death. Maximum soul increase. Just a lot of souls, a lot of health, a lot of regen. That's kind of what defines Diablo in the late game. And his wrestling moves. Pretty... Diablo in and of itself is somewhat similar to ECC. Great initiation, probably a little bit better initiation, initiating on one person from a distance. And a lot of combo ability. If you notice, we actually have a Tyrande in our lane. And Diablo and Tyrande, a crazy combo lane. You're actually going to see some pretty good combos coming in later. They're non-existent in the beginning because we haven't played a Diablo game in a little bit. So we're a little bit rusty on that. But generally the combo will go Shadow Charge into Overpower. So exactly the opposite of what I just did. But, yeah, let's talk about the abilities real quick. Shadow Charge, you charge the enemy as you've seen, and you stun them for 0.5 seconds. And it's a 1-second stun if you hit them into terrain. Pretty good. Fire Stomp, which is what we just saw there, unleashes fire waves in all directions that deal 48 damage each, and Overpower, the wrestling move that throws the enemy over your head. Pretty nice ability. So, Sky Temple, we have 2 temples spawning right now, and fun fact, the first 2 temples will always be top and mid. Every game you play, it'll always be top mid together, and then it will be bottom for the next wave. So generally the strategy is you just go for one temple, especially in the early game. It's just too risky to split yourself, because if the full team goes to one of these temples and you're only half there, then you're pretty much just guaranteed to lose. Try to get a Shadow Charge on the Vala, but he vaults away just in time. And we're going to have this temple pretty much on lockdown. Looking for something here. Get a nice pull on the Sergeant Hammer, but doesn't actually end up dying. Kind of a shame. And we actually make a huge mistake here at level 4, and we take Swallowing Flames. Ugh, complete misclick. I did not mean to take this. I think this talent is not very good at all. It does get a bit of use, and we get a nice kill on the Vala, by the way. Really nice combo there. That's the first combo we've actually landed from Diablo and Tyrande. But generally what you want to take here is Amplified Healing. I'm trying to body block the ETC here, but his Power Slide comes up just in time, and he gets away. So, well, we got the temple, and that's what's important. We do have a little bit of a level advantage. Amplified Healing is just... Especially in this comp, if you'll notice, we don't really have a strong healer. We have Tyrande, and that's pretty much it. And Tyrande's not really a super strong healer. She does have a heal, sure, but... she's no Uther or Brightwing, who just... They're kind of made to heal, or Malfurion or something like that. Molten Impact, pretty bad as well. Just Amplified Healing is so good. It also affects Fountain, which is pretty good. There's another combo, the QE. Great stuff. Don't actually get the kill that time, but we do a ton of damage. What am I doing? One cool thing about Diablo... Oh, here's another one. The next combo does actually secure the kill. It's so powerful. You actually, you did get to see a little bit of that in my previous video on ETC, where we went against a Wombo combo team who had actually a Diablo and a Tyrande. You see that combo quite a bit. If you haven't seen that video, I highly recommend it. Crazy game. We don't quite have a Wombo combo team. It's pretty much just me and Tyrande, but it's still pretty cool. It's a great combo. You can secure a lot of kills with just QE and Tyrande stun. Level 7 will be taking Endless Death. There's something to be said for battle momentum. I've praised battle momentum a lot on certain heroes, like Zagara, for instance, who I've also done a replay commentary on. But Endless Death is just so good. It's so good. If you can get 150 souls, you have so much health and so much regen. And Siphon the Dead is just awful. Never get it. Never get Siphon the Dead. It is awful. Unless they changed it since I recently tested it. If you move, or you get hit, or you attack, it cancels it. It's awful. It's awful. It's so bad. Don't get it. You can get Battle Momentum if you really want to, but Endless Death is much better. Battle Momentum actually is really good if you're using Apocalypse, but if you're using Lightning Breath, you're not going to get a lot of value out of it because you're Lightning Breathing all the time. Which is why we take Endless Death, because we do end up taking Lightning Breath this game. So, we can't really do much here. We get a nice stun again, and it's going to lead to the Vala being killed. Oh, that combo is so good. If you see a Tyrande on your team and you like Diablo, pick Diablo. It's so good. So good. So there wasn't a lot we could do about this temple. They had full control of it already. They had creep down. And this was kind of awkward. We were kind of in between a rock and a hard place, but we get a heal from the Tyrande and make sure we're actually going to live through that engagement. Pretty good. We actually kind of came out on top on that. We got a kill on the Vala and the ETC, but they got the temple, so it's evened out a little bit. They got our fort, and we got their kills. So, almost get a nice bit of damage on the Vala. Little scary for these two. I'm thinking maybe I should go help them, but it looks like they're disengaging. It doesn't look like something's going to happen, so I'm just going to go back to laning and getting as much experience as we can, because they're actually ahead of us in experience now, which is pretty awful. It's pretty awful. We need to be as close to level 10 as they are. Because as I've stated many times before, if they're 10 and you're not, they want to fight you and you don't want to fight them. You need to get 10 as soon as possible. Now, I see there's an engagement going on up here. And I figure, should I go help, or should I stop the Brightwing from helping? And I see that two of them are down, so I figure, let's just stop the Brightwing so that they can control the fight. Right? Because Brightwing's going to want to teleport up. Let's see, did he actually have it? He has it right now. Okay. He has his teleport up now. So he can leave whenever we want, but if we stun him, then he won't be able to leave. So basically, we're saying, okay, they're two people down, we're going to be one person down, so they can't have a third person up there. And this was kind of an awkward moment. I was having some really bad frame issues. I couldn't jump on the Brightwing. Level 10, finally. It was kind of scary. They're level 10 as well. We're going to be taking Lightning Breath shortly here. We're having a bit of lag here, I remember. We're looking for combos, looking for somewhere to Lightning Breath. And that was kind of awkward. We get a Lightning Breath off. It's not going to secure any kills, but it's going to make sure that they're not going to come back, which is pretty important. You know, they could pretty easily take out the Kerrigan. The Tyrande has no mana to heal. And we're going to we're going to hit Fountain, actually, and then we're going to go help out Tychus, because the temple has actually spawned, and it'd be too risky to split up now. Like, see, they're already taking bottom, so we might as well just secure that we have top, for as long as possible, at least. So we get most of the temple here. I'm pretty sure we actually get all of it. Yeah, we get all of it. Pretty good. Getting a decent advantage. We're not miles ahead. But it's important to note, a lot of people are a little confused on when is the right time to take mercs. And I can't give you a definitive answer for every map, but generally, if there's nothing else to do, take mercs. Or if you're getting ready to do a push, take mercs. Because right here, there's not a lot we could have been doing across the map. This lane we could have cleared. This lane I guess we could have cleared, but it's not a huge threat and we can deal with them now. So we might as well take knights. And we knew they weren't finished with the temple, so it was totally safe. But I actually see them moving in to take the ball, so it's pretty scary. We need everyone here immediately. The Odin goes down, and we're just jumping in here. Look at this. We're going to get a 4-man lightning breath. Pretty crazy stuff. That's a lot of damage. Now, it is important to note, we are going to die. We are going to die, but we're Diablo. We're already up, so if another fight comes, we're fine. And it secures... we actually have the Abathur clone doing my job for me. We actually have a complete advantage right now, because they're low and we're not. because we completely locked out. Let's actually jump back just a hair to take a look at what actually happened during that fight. I think right there is pretty good. Because it's actually pretty interesting when you actually look at the positioning of both teams. Because it's actually fairly similar. Now, we're jumping in here. We have everyone here, and Abathur is going to jump in whenever, right? So we're in here. We try to separate the Vala a little bit. We don't have our Shadow Charge, so we can't put her over here. But we're in here. We're in the middle of their entire team, so they're going to be focusing on us, which is exactly what we want. Because if they're focusing on us, then they're not focusing on Tyrande or Kerrigan or Tychus. So we're stuck here, and look at this. 4 people, Vault is down, the Sergeant Hammer's setting up. This is the perfect time to Lightning Breath. There's 4 people we're going to hit. ETC is separated from the group. There's nothing he can do here. He can kind of zone the other team, but he's going to die for it. It's kind of going to be, if you look at it this way, we're trading tanks. I'm going to die and ETC is going to die. But in my situation, I'm getting so much damage on these 4 players that it's going to be so much more worth it for me to die while using Lightning Breath. Now, if he got a massive mosh pit or something off here, there might have been something different, but that's not actually what happens. As you see, Lightning Breath is going down, Vala's at half health, Hammer's at half health, everyone's just getting so low. We both die at about the same time, and everyone's so low. Everyone's so low. It's so great, and that actually gives us an opportunity to clean up. We get the kill on the Brightwing thanks to me. It was definitely me, guys. And kill on the Hammer thanks to the Tychus playing well. Great stuff. Everyone's pretty low, but they were lower. And that's kind of what separated everything. Level 13, we're going to be taking Relentless, and this is mainly to deal with the ETC. Like, that ETC CC is crazy, crazy, crazy. Something to be said for Spell Shield, I generally won't take it unless it's something crazy. Shadow Charge, Crippling Shadow's pretty good. We're going to jump on the Vala here, try to get something, but we actually fat-fingered our E there, so we didn't quite get the Tyrande combo. We get hit by the boss like an idiot, and we have to kind of back up. This is the time to back up. Like, the tank is low, and they're not, Tychus is just going to get destroyed. I almost die here again. And yeah, they're going to take the boss here, but that's fine because we're a little ahead. We're a talent ahead. We can afford to defend this lane. Crippling Shadows, it's okay, but if you have a Tyrande on your team and you're looking to combo anyway, it's just, like, you're going to QE, right? So you're wasting some of that time that they're slowed, throwing them over your head, right? From the Shadows can be pretty good too. It allows you to combo from further away, so it's pretty good, but I'll generally take Relentless, especially versus Brightwing ETC. It's just a lot of CC that I'm not really comfortable dealing with. So in this situation, we need to deal with the boss. Some amount of our players have to deal with the boss, or this keep is just going to die. I'm pretty sure if we don't stop the boss, if no one comes to stop it, it just takes the keep. So generally, a good strategy for this is send one person to the temple. We actually have our Abathur doing work in top lane. Pretty nice. I'm scared he's going to die here. But yeah, we deal with the boss here, and it's not even going to get the wall since we're stopping it. So it's not a very impactful boss. And we get a few shots off of the temple, almost half. Maybe more like a third or so. Pretty good value when you think about it. And we're going to try to look to go in here. This is a pretty uneventful fight, in the beginning at least. It's important, of course, that if you have control of the temple, don't fight over here. Fight near the temple. Especially if you have a lot of CC, or like AoE. This was a pretty good mosh pit. It kind of wrecks everything. Nightshade goes down to Kerrigan. And that was a pretty good Starfall, though. Completely controlling the temple area. We get a nice combo off on the Zagara. Kind of, that was mostly just to zone them so we can take back control of the temple. Tyrande's going to go down. My evil clone's going to deal with him. I want to kind of scare him off, too, so that they don't get any ideas and try to hurt the Tychus. Even though we probably could have dealt with him. But we get the rest of the temple. We got most of that temple. I'd say we got about 2/3 of that temple, maybe a little more. Pretty good. It's better to get all of it, but, it's not that bad. One cool thing about... Sorry, that's my Skype. One cool thing about Diablo is he's pretty good against Zagara because you can clear the creep tumors with Fire Stomp. It actually gets a bit of work from Swallowing Flames. Brightwing shows up. I'm kind of scared because there might be more people. I almost completely screwed up the gank. I haven't played Diablo in a while, and I definitely haven't played Diablo with a Kerrigan. What you want to do, because Kerrigan has a combo as well, she'll throw down her stun, and then she'll pull the people into the stun. And what I did there is she put down the stun, she pulled them in, they were on the stun, and I pushed them away. You gotta make sure you're aware of what your teammates' combos or, you know, priorities are. So we did actually get our next talent, and I chose to get Firestorm this game. We could have gone Imposing Presence just because we have a Hammer, a Zagara, and a Vala, but I think I wanted to kind of test out how Firestorm worked with Swallowing Flames. And I was kind of unimpressed, to tell you the truth. I'll generally take Firestorm in every situation, because 150% extra damage on your Flame Stomp is so powerful. That's a lot of damage, especially if they all get hit by it. Something to said for Fire Devil. I just think Firestorm is so much better. You'll see the flame waves come back to me, and they deal so much damage. They almost completely clear a minion wave. So in this situation, we do want to take this real quick because it's really low. I don't agree with this. I don't think you should have ulted for it. But we do take this, and we're going to move up to take the temple. Now the Abathur did die in the top lane, so we are a member down, and a pretty important member since he's going to clone somebody. So we're going to kind of stall and just wait. One of the cool things is you can get vision from Firestorm, so I guess you have a little bit of value from Swallowing Flames, because we can see all this. Look at that. That's pretty good. But I don't think it can top Amplified Healing still. Convince me otherwise. So Abathur is pretty much up in 1 second. Now he's up. So now we're looking to go in. We're looking for a Hammer, we're looking for a Vala, we're looking someone squishy. We see they're grouped up over here. We see the Hammer's sieged up, so she's not going to be able to get away. We jump on the Hammer, try to get her, but we get polymorphed. And we almost die. It was really, really close. And we can just clean up from here. We got amazing Starfall, just doing so much work. The mosh pit goes off, but it's nothing. Nothing happens. We almost get hit by the missile. And we're going to trade our... I always want to call them AD carries. Maybe that's the League player in me. But our ranged assassins. We're going to get the Zagara. And I think... Yeah, she didn't have the Ravage. But I think if the Kerrigan had the Ravage and could have leapt to the Hammer, I think she might have been able to take her. But good call if you didn't have it. So we get the rest of the temple. Nice kill on the Sergeant Hammer. And we're looking to charge and E the Brightwing. So there we go. Charge E. We were looking for the stun. We didn't quite get it. There it is, but didn't need it anyway. Just a solid kill. And look at the death timers here. Every important member is dead for a long time. Like, ETC's up right now, so we are completely fine to take their bruiser camps. Another interesting fact about taking camps is if you can take your enemy's camps, which means this camp or this camp on this map, you should only take it when you know you can take it, like it's safe to take it, or when everyone on their team is dead and your team is fully alive. Because it is extremely risky to take this, because if you take this bruiser camp and 4 of their members are up and they ambush you and you're not in, like, generally the team that gets the ambush is going to do the best because they have the element of surprise. They're just going to jump you and you don't know how, you can't react as quickly. You have to run all the way back here to get to your closest fort. So it's pretty unsafe. So you got to make sure you're safe to take it. We did hit level 20, and that means we're going to be taking Hellstorm, which increases the range and the duration of Lightning Breath. Great talent. The range is so massive. It is amazing. There's something to be said for every other talent. Dying Breath, Apocalypse only. That's what it'll take if I take Apocalypse. Bolt of the Storm is okay. Storm Shield is pretty good. So we're looking for something here. We interrupt the ETC pretty late here, but yeah, it's kind of just dirty. We get this Tyrande Starfalls are pretty good. You gotta admit. We're gonna go down, but everyone's really, really low. And now it's just time for Kerrigan to clean up because she is completely full health. I'm on my way back because I had 100 souls. Now we're just down to 70 souls, which is pretty cool. And yeah, it's just cleanup time for everybody, or for Kerrigan, I should say. That's kind of the good thing about Kerrigan, because she is incredibly good at cleaning up. Now, in this situation, Tyrande's dead, right? Cheeky Tyrande. Oh, you came out too early. In this situation, we knew they were dead, and we knew that everyone of threat was pretty much bot lane. So we might as well take as many shots from the temple as we possibly can. Now, we see the Brightwing show up. We know we can't 2v1 as Diablo, so we just run. We got some value. Time to go. And actually, we had the Abathur taking a couple shots from this temple as well. I thought that was pretty hilarious. It didn't quite work out, but we did get something. And we're going to do the exact same thing we were doing over here. Just get as many shots from this as we possibly can. So that temple's gone, and I know they're going to be trying to transition upward. I saw these two. I didn't see the ETC briefly, so I thought it looked pretty good here. We get that guy into the nuke, which is pretty good, but we go down pretty quickly. It's actually pretty good though, because the Tychus actually ends up just cleaning up everybody. Nice bolt, man. Doesn't get the ETC, but we do get most of this. So that's pretty good. It's all about efficiency on this map. If you can get some shots off from a temple without risking your life, take them. Even if you're going to lose if you are going to lose some lives, it's okay if you get most of the temple. I suppose it depends on how many people you are going to lose, but that's kind of the decision you have to make. You know, is it worth it? Nice save there from the Kerrigan. Oh, I think the ETC actually saved the Tyrande there by face melting. Pretty fun. This is great. Look at that stun from the clone. Oh, oh. This Abathur is actually pretty dang good. I think we actually... Oh, yeah, I remember this. We get a nice stun from the Tyrande right there. Oh! Almost double stunned. So we're up now. And what we're looking at here is three people are dead for 40 plus seconds. So I figure we should boss now, because even if they do come, it's only going to be Brightwing and Vala. Now, if it were maybe like Zagara who wasn't dead and Brightwing was dead, we might have to be a little more cautious because Brightwing can just TP in. But, you know, it's safe. We see the Vala is top, so we're 100% go on the boss. No way they can stop us, even if they wanted to. They'd have to come down all the way over here. Free boss. And at this point we're thinking, okay, we can win with this boss. And we figure, you know, we'll take the boss, then we'll take the siege camp really quickly, because it doesn't take very long. It takes maybe 10 seconds, and by that time the boss will be over here. And then we see the 3 temples spawn. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. So we see the Brightwing come in. He actually gets an amazing Emerald Wind. We do get the Siege Camp, and they do a little bit of work. And I'm just trying to get out of here, man. There's not a lot to be done here. So I'm just trying to get out. And look at this right here. Look at this right here. Okay. Now we are low. Okay? That's true. We're pretty dang low. We do have Abathur on our head, which is pretty good. And the mosh pit's going on. Now, we know that if the mosh pit is going on, then Brightwing and Zagara are going to hit the people in the mosh pit. In this case, it's Tyrande. So in that case, we're pretty safe to Lightning Storm, or Lightning Breath, because they're not going to be focusing on the low health Diablo. They're going to be focusing on the mosh pitted Tyrande. So check out this Lightning Breath. It's pretty crazy. Right there. Oh, 3 people, the max range. So Zagara is actually going to go down, thanks to the Tychus and me. Just amazing. And this actually gives us the wiggle room to capture these temples. Now, if we probably could have done it without getting those kills, we probably could have, just because we have boss going, but it gave us that for sure victory, because with 2 people dead, you know, they can't contest these. It's 100% ours, and that's actually going to lead us into a victory on Sky Temple as Diablo in 21 minutes and 13 seconds. Thank you so much for watching. Really, it means so much to me that you would sit down and watch me rant about video games for 22 minutes and 6 seconds. So thank you so much again. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like, a thumbs up, subscribe, and please, if there's something you want to see me play, please leave a comment and tell me what you'd like to see. If I own the hero, and I own most of the heroes, I think I don't own 5 of them. If it will fit in our team comp and I'm not going to completely screw the team in Hero League, I will definitely play it for you. And I should say, all these games that I do play and replay commentate on are in Hero League. I think this was played at rank 9, I believe, and we're on our way to rank 10, or rank 10, we're on our way to rank 1, and as long as it's not, as your comment is not going to completely destroy the team like Murky or Abathur without a healer, I'll definitely play it. So thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you next time.